Hello, everybody.
The court will call the matters of Abdel Mahassan Osman, case numbers 24W001877A, 23W003856A, and 22S0833, and 24W001877B, 24W002270, and 24W000993B.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant in one of the files, Your Honor. I believe the public defender has the others.
Assistant Public Defender Daffy Lieb on behalf of Mr. Osman in the remainder of the files.
So, Mr. Goldstein, you're just going to be here on the 0833, the violation of probation. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Osman is here. He has a pretrial on the dog at large, a show cause on the no registration, pre-hearing conferences on 3 other tickets, and then a violation of probation.
Yes, Your Honor. With regard to the dog matters and the vehicle matters, it's going to be requesting an adjournment for Mr. Osman to be released from custody so that we can begin to work on those matters and hopefully resolve them together.
No objection from the township as to that.
Your Honor, with regard to the violation of probation, as usual, unfortunately, I was not served with any, I don't know if this is a community corrections violation or whether this is for police contact or.
This is back from August 19th. You probably were served with this.
Okay, I wasn't aware there was the same one, Your Honor. I mean, I didn't. Yes, I was aware of that one. I didn't know if there was anything new.
No, it's from August 19th. He's been on bench warrant status until he just got arraigned.
Okay. Well, that's what I needed to know.
So the allegations are that this is his 5th violation, found in possession of crack cocaine in violation of no illegal substance probation condition, reference an EMU report number 24-3495, failed to report the police contact to probation regarding that same report, and he was observed operating a motor vehicle while his license was revoked in the violation of the do not violate any criminal law or unit of government condition of his probation. So the recommendation is that his probation be revoked and he serve 180 days in the Washington County Jail. Credit at that time was 38 days.
Your Honor, we're willing to admit number 2 and number 3 with regard to the allegation regarding the cocaine. We are going to contest that. There have never been any charges brought. We have not received any discovery from the people indicating that he possessed cocaine, but he was driving. He acknowledges that, and obviously, just a moment, Your Honor. Sorry. Let me stop.
All right,
that.
so we have police report. I have a copy of police report number 24-000-3495 in my possession. Do you have a copy of that, Ms. Woods?
Judge, I do not have a copy of that report.
Okay. And you don't have that either, Mr. Goldstein?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I will see to it that you receive a copy of it, and I'll schedule these all for hearings. I'm not going to take a plea on one part of this. When it comes to Mr. Osman, we can have a hearing on it all. And I'll have someone send these over to both of you. And Ms. Woods, you should probably contact EMU so you can have the officer present to testify regarding these for the hearing date that I'm going to provide to you.
Yes, Judge, I will.
Does December 3rd or December 10th work best with your calendar, Mr. Goldstein?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, the 3rd or the 10th? Let me check. That'll be in the morning, obviously.
Yeah, 11.
3rd looks wide open, Your Honor.
VOP hearing, December 3rd, 2024 at, actually, I'm going to make them at 11 a.m., but you can do it on Zoom still, and they'll bring him from the jail because I'm not going to be changing the bond.
Okay.
In general, are the township matters adjourned to the same date?
Correct.
Thank you.
I got a question about the charge that I have in Ohio, which is that why is EMU police asked me about, and I don't know nothing about that charge, and that charge is gone out of nowhere. I don't know how that happened and how that's gone. And I don't have any contact with any company or any kind of trucks. And the vehicle I was driving wasn't even go 5 miles per hour. And that's the second day
You
I
just
get out.
admitted to driving my license suspended. So
No, that's the second day I get out of jail to get the car that is being banded.
Mhm. December 3rd, 2024 at 11 a.m. We'll see you all then.
Can I
Thank
have
you, Your Honor.
a personal bond, please? According to my
Absolutely.
situation.
Absolutely not.
Because I didn't show in the last court. I showing in the last court and I couldn't get in the Zoom. I have 7 screenshots from that I being held in the Zoom. It say host
You were
will let you.
be in person. No, you're not going to be let in Zoom. Have a good day, sir. Bye-bye. Roll call the matters of Castilian Cotton, case numbers 19F00535, 22F00428, 05W163848, and 09W18838-2B.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
I'm Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender, listed on behalf of Mr. Cotton. Mr. Cotton, can you state your name for the record, please?
Castellion Cotton.
Thank you.
Thank
Good morning, Mr. Cotton.
Good morning.
Mr. Cotton is supposed to be here for sentencing on 2 cases and show causes in 2 other cases. Have you had a chance to review with your client?
I did, Your Honor. I went over the sentencing report with Mr. Cotton yesterday. We are willing to accept the recommendation. Only thing I would request from this court to consider modifying is just the drug testing. It's at a minimum of 5 times per month. Mr. Cotton works extremely hard. He has 2 jobs. I believe he's working right now. I just was hoping just for a little bit of reduction on that, Your Honor, if you would consider.
Okay, we'll start with the people.
Judge, in regards to sentencing, I'd leave that up to the court's discretion and we'd be against any reduction in testing.
Thank you. Mr. Cotton, what would you like to say, sir? I can tell you with respect to the testing, one of the things I'm concerned about is the fact that you focused on the 2019 case and really didn't talk about the 2022 case, which happened later and which gives a very different perspective in terms of what the assessment probably would have leaned toward. So I'm very concerned. What would you like to say about all of this?
I just like to apologize for taking all the court's times with this procedure and not taking care of it earlier than later.
All right. Well, I agree with the probation department in this case. I'm very concerned about where we are in terms of the assessment. I don't
Yes,
think
ma'am.
it adequately addresses probably where we are, but time will tell. I'm going to follow a recommendation of the probation department. It's the sentence of this court that you should serve 93 days in the Washtenaw County Jail on both cases. In case number 22S00428, you get credit for 2 days served. In 19S00535, you get credit for 4 days served. In 22S00428, 91 days are suspended and 89 days in the other cases. So you're to complete 10 days for a total of 80 hours of community service, 5 days for each case, 18 months of probation, fines and court costs. In case number 22S00428, for a total of $795. In case number 19S00535, for a total of $525. Restitution is reserved for 60 days. On 22S00428, you to report monthly via the online reporting platform. You to report to probation when and where directed, including any and all home visits. complete an assessment for outpatient services with PAWFURM within 14 days. So you need to have that assessment done, sir, within
Yes,
14 days, okay? No, you're to complete the MAD victim impact panel within 45 days of this sentencing. You need to sign a release of information for both and a provider certificate of
Release.
complete. There's no use or possession of alcohol, marijuana, illegal drugs, drug paraphernalia, and no being in the presence of anyone using or carrying those. No use of the firearm components, ammunition, or dangerous weapons, and no being in the presence of anyone using or carrying those. You're to submit to, pay, and be responsible for drug and alcohol testing at the request of the court, probation, or any police agent. You're to drug and alcohol tests at a minimum of 5 times per month. You are to attend 12-step meetings, a minimum of 3 times per week, and obtain a sponsor and provide monthly verification to the probation officer. And you will do a review in 60 days of this case, which will put us on February 11th, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. I sincerely hope that your testing goes as is ordered and that you don't have any violations. If you do, sir, then at that time, I'll consider it that time. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 60 days. That's a little too far out. It's supposed to be January 14th. January 14th, 2025. You'll be past the holidays at that point, and will be, if you are at that time, if you don't have any positive tests, I will reduce the amount of times you're testing then, but not before then. Okay?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're all set, sir. Call the probation department. I'm gonna put your show causes over to that date as well. You should have some monies paid on some of this stuff by then. And they'll put you on a payment plan, hopefully for all of these cases at the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.